Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A very good afternoon to one and all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh, and my own behalf, I, Dr. Fahmida Zeenat, my own behalf, extend a warm and cordial welcome to all present here for this valedictory session of the one-week short-term course on academic leadership. This program has been a vibrant academic journey where around approximately 60 participants, including faculty members from various institutions and from AMU too, and PhD scholars from diverse disciplines came together to learn, reflect, and engage in meaningful discussions. It is indeed an honor for us to have distinguished personalities with us today. We are so privileged to welcome our special guest, Dr. Syed Aqil Ahmed Sir from HRDC Integral University, Lucknow, a respected academician, administrator, and mentor for many. We also feel honored by the gracious presence of our next special guest, Professor Rafiuddin Sir, Dean Student Welfare, DSW, AMU, Aligarh, a dynamic leader known for his dedicated work with the students and his contribution to academic culture at Aligarh Muslim University. Ladies and gentlemen, a very special welcome to our course coordinator, Professor Parvez Talib Sir, whose guidance, leadership, and vision have been a backbone of this entire training program. And special and lastly, not but least, thanks to our director, program director of this UGC MMTTC, Dr. Faiza Basi ma'am, also is very important for us because बिना उनके तो पूरे इस चमन में रौनक ही नहीं है. हमें जो पूरा एक अभी लास्टली मैम ने जो कंक्लूड किया हमारा जो लास्ट सेशन, उसमें एक हमें मैटरनल फीलिंग मिली कि हमारे साथ एक पूरे कोर्स में एम्पैथी जो रही वो मैम के ही अपने अंडर सुपरविज़न होने की वजह से हमें फील हुई. सो मे आई रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन to please join me in giving them a warm round of applause. So before starting this session, I give some glimpse of this academic leadership has enriched with us with ideas on leadership practices in higher education, effective communication, academic ethics and integrity, along with institutional social responsibility to curriculum development and new education policy 2020 and institutional development, decision making, and so on, many more subjects and ideas. So for the opening remarks or starting this program, I request Dr. Faiza Basi ma'am to please address the gathering and know about this course.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fahmida Zeenat, Professor Rafiuddin, Dean Students Welfare, Aligarh Muslim University, Professor S. Aqil Ahmed, Director, HRDC of the Integral University, also Deputy Controller and Senior Professor at the Department of Civil Engineering, Integral University, Professor Parvez Talib, certainly, now short of no introduction here, your course coordinator and senior professor at the Department of Management and Business Administration. My dear friends, students, faculty members, research scholars, I welcome you to this short valedictory session we have organized for you at the end of this 1 week academic leadership short-term course. This course was meant not only to share with you the management principles that one requires to be aware of when one is in a position of decision making, leading an institution or leading a group. This course was also meant to bring to light the all new realities of leading higher education institutions in India post the national education policy. I must at the outset thank and present my finest compliments to Professor Parvez Talib for steering the ship throughout this week. I'm sure it was a daunting task. One, on the part of the availability of the resource persons. We had interactive sessions which only Professor Talib could have managed. We had sessions from resource persons coming from Delhi, coming from Lucknow, and here we are today in this valedictory. I tried my best to make this not just passive learning course, and Professor Parvez Talib also, I think, he shares my opinion that just passive learning, sitting in a classroom and listening to a lecture is not enough when it comes to andragogy. I mean, none of us are kids here. We are all above 18. That means it's not pedagogy. That means it's andragogy. So we tried to build in evaluations. We tried to give you a little exposure to e-content creation, seminar presentation, making your own ICT-based teaching assignments. These are things that will come your way when you build a career in higher education. As a researcher, as a teacher, as an innovator, as an administrator, and as an academic leader. At any given point of time, some of us have to come into positions of academic leadership. Professor S. Aqil Ahmed sitting here is a bright example of that. Professor Rafiuddin sitting here is a bright example of that. On the one hand, they are eminent professors in their areas. They have a reputation amongst their peers. But also, on the other hand, they are bearing and discharging with grace and aplomb these responsibilities as Dean Students Welfare, as Deputy Controller, or as Director HRDC. Some of us have to be prepared for this, because we give a direction to the institution. I always like to quote one of my favorite teachers who never taught me directly, but who had a great influence on me, Emeritus Professor Faratullah Khan from the English department. He used to say, the institution is the lengthened shadow of the individual. The institution is the lengthened shadow of the individual. So in a top-down, trickle-down effect, it matters a lot who is leading and what that leadership style or that leadership trait or competency happens to be. So I'm glad you came for this course. We actually had a principal also from Assam attending this course, and it must have been very useful for him. Apart from these curricular aspects in this course, we also built in a campus visit. For those of you who are not from Aligarh, to see the campus, this historical campus, very few universities can boast a campus which have buildings 150 years old. Given by when the Madrasatul Uloom, our embryonic institution, was founded in 1875 by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan here. This happens to be our sesquicentennial year, that is our 150th anniversary. So there are very few such institutions in the country, you can count them on the fingers of one or two hands, who have a campus where heritage structures that are as old as 150 years are there for you to see. All this is to revise the inspirational leadership of change makers, of architects like Sir Syed. There are such examples in several other backgrounds and other ethnicities and other regions of the country. We have Savitribai Phule to look up to, we have Madan Mohan Malviya to look up to, we have Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore to look up to. But these are the leaders who were not just educational leaders, they were change makers. Aligarh Muslim University was the first such modern university in the world of Islam. And today, if you look at all these places where our alumni are and making a positive difference, it'll be for you to realize what a profound impact an institution like this and change leadership like this can bring in the society, in nations and in how the courses of communities are charted. So you must have learned in these campus visits, and yesterday we had a home visit also for the outstation participants, and for the outstation participants in the hostels we are going to have more home visits. This is again something that we do in order to generate goodwill, in order to strengthen cross-cultural interaction, multicultural integration, towards realizing the fact that the mini India that we see here actually exists. That beyond the differences of our tongues, of our tastes, of our clothes, and maybe of our religions, we are one people. We are one people belonging to one nation and committed to the patriotic treatment of that one nation. So I think we tried our best trying to build upon the legacy that Professor Abdurrahim Qidwai has established here. And I am sure you have also given your best to this course, to this time that you spent here. I wish you come here again. I'm so grateful that even if it is just for 3 hours, Professor Syed Aqil Ahmad has found time to come here from Lucknow. He started at 7 o'clock this morning and he's going to leave at about 3:30. He's not even meeting his sister who lives here properly because he's come here for you today. We have had an enjoyable, long relationship with the Integral University, and we are just re-strengthening that relationship here today with the strong, clear intention of taking it forward. As part of the Center for Academic Leadership and Education Management, which is on our signboard outside, you would have seen this project from the Ministry of Education. We collaborated with the Integral University several times. Actually, we struck the largest number of collaborations with the Integral University, although we had collaborations with 52 minorities managed institutions across the country. So I am very grateful and I look forward to listening to Professor Aqil Ahmad. I'm also very grateful to Professor Rafiuddin Saab. He agreed to join you on my request as his little sister. He couldn't say no to me, but I know he is a very busy person. Being the Dean Students Welfare of a university like Aligarh Muslim University, where problems and issues are raining from windows and from ventilators, I'm sure he must be very hard-pressed for time, but when he speaks to you, he will certainly inspire you. I always enjoy listening to him deliver the vote of thanks in Sir Syed Day, and it's again a mammoth of a task to be the host of an event of the magnitude of the AMU Founders Day that we have every year. 10,000-12,000 students present there, another 1.5 lakh people joining online. It's a big event and he hosts it. And apart from that, he is a scientist and academician of repute. I'm sure his address to you will be very inspiring. I want to thank Femida. I just requested her to compare this, but I knew she has it in her. And Parvez Bhai recommended her name because he also has the confidence that she has it in her to rise to the occasion and do a good job with comparing here. Let me also tell you once again what I told in the last session, that today we are just giving you the draft certificates. We will take another 2 days in finalizing your final certificates, and I wish you the best for good grades. Come back to us for professional development. We are always here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving such a wonderful remarks and address, and also great hospitality and memorable hospitality in this campus to us. Thank you so much. Dear friends, a program becomes meaningful when participants share their experiences too, because experience and feedback, we can say, is very important. Yesterday, we have got a great lecture on feedback structure or feedback merits and demerits by Dr. Aslam sir. एंड हमने बहुत अच्छे से देखा कि फीडबैक की इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है और उसका पूरा स्ट्रक्चर उन्होंने बड़ी ही अच्छे से पूरा खोल के, मतलब बहुत सारी चीज़ें तो हमारे लिए नई थी, थिंक स्पाइसी नेटवर्क एंड समथिंग सो फीडबैक की इम्पोर्टेंस एज अ ग्रेट एकेडमिक लीडरशिप बहुत ही ज़रूरी है और फीडबैक लेना स्टूडेंट से, अपने पीयर्स से बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि हमें आगे बढ़ने के लिए हमें पता होना चाहिए कि हमारे अंदर कमियाँ क्या है, ताकि हम उन कमियों को, जब हम अपनी कमियों को मालूम करेंगे और उनको जब हम उनका करेक्शन करेंगे, तभी हमारे लिए जो आगे के जो डेस्टिनेशन है हमारा, उसको तय करना हमारे लिए आसान होगा. सो फॉर दिस सेशन, फीडबैक सेशन, आई वुड लाइक रिक्वेस्ट टू 4 participant in our program, STC program. And may I request to each participant to give their feedback within 2 minutes to proceed this program smoothly. So I would like request to Dr. Nihar Ranjan Kalita sir from Assam, is coming from Assam, and faculty members. So please.
Good afternoon. I'd be happy if you allow me 5 minutes. Person in the dais, Dr. Faiza Abbasi Madam, the Director of the UGC MMTC, Professor Said Akil Ahmed Sir, the Director of HRDC, Integral University Lucknow, Professor Talib Sir, the Course Coordinator of our program, then Professor Rafiuddin, the Dean of Study, Welfare, and Dr. Zinat from the Tibia College, and my dear all co-participants. Thanks to all for giving me the chance to participate in this program. Before giving feedback, I'd like to say a few things. I had I got my associate professor in 2012. Until then, all the programs like OC, RC, short-term course, I had did in offline also, because in the pre-COVID area, online courses was not there. And in Assam, our principal post is a term post, that is, we have been selected for 5 years, and if you want to continue for the next 5 years, you have to again get some score, APS score, and one is this, that you have to appear some leadership program of academic leadership or whatever it is a short-term course. And again, the thing is that nowadays, all the participants, in fact, my colleague principal, they do only online courses. I have around 60 staff, most of them do online courses. And I asked them to go for the offline courses, because as we have seen the advantages of the offline courses, so you must participate. But I have joined as a principal in 2023. Still, I could not send one of my employee for the offline courses. वो क्या करते हैं, चलो सर ऑनलाइन से भी हो जाता है, कौन जाएगा इधर. Then I have decided, let's be an example for myself. मैं ही एक ऐसा कोर्स करूँ ऑफलाइन, जिससे मैं दूसरों को बता सकता हूँ कि करो. And in fact, I came here by train, 32 hours journey from Guwahati. तो मेरा जो कलीग्स है वो बोले ये तो पागलपन है, आप दिल्ली से जाके आ सकते हैं. बोले भाई, अगर इफ़ यू वांट टू, जैसे बोलते हैं हम लोग, that higher education is all about the expansion of horizon of knowledge, increasing of networking. But अगर आप अपना टेबल में मोबाइल लेके आप ऑनलाइन कोर्स करते रहेंगे, if you move around the whole world by 3 hours, 4 hours flight journey, how will expand the knowledge of horizon? That is, how will expand your networking? So in that sense, actually, I came here, and now I'll come to the feedback part. I definitely, the knowledge we have got, it's truly amazing, particularly that, no doubt, training program is there. But this thing is all about that. Abbasi Madam has already talked about this. अगर if you want to lead the India, we talking about 2047 about the Viksit Bharat, but who will lead? Maybe is it the politician or it is the bureaucrats? No, we have to create the human resource that needs the country, and for that our duty is, that is our in the sense those who in the teaching profession, our duty is something different than the others. एंड दिस ड्यूटी, वो ड्यूटी का मतलब क्या है, हम कैसे उसको निभाएंगे, वो हम लोगों को जो सिखाया गया है, मैं आई एम ट्राइंग टू स्पीक हिंदी, डोंट माइंड, वो जो सिखाया गया है उससे ना कि मैं बेनिफिट हुआ हूँ, मेरे को लगता है मैं मेरे स्टूडेंट को भी ये बात दे सकता हूँ. एज ए प्रिंसिपल आई ओन मीन डायरेक्टली द स्टूडेंट, बट स्टिल मेरा जो कोलीग्स है मैं कम से कम उनको बता सकता हूँ कि भाई ये चीज़ में हमको अभी भी सीखना और ज़रूरी है. और तो हम कितना सीखे वो ज़्यादा बात नहीं है, लेकिन हम दूसरों को क्या सिखाए, किस हद तक सिखाए, वो उसको हमको एहसास होने दिया. इसीलिए आई लाइक टू थैंक ऑल द people here of this center for giving us an opportunity to mixing up the different structure of the higher education. वो पहलू है, जैसे सोशल साइंस का आज जो सर ने सुबह जो क्लास लिया है, और उस दिन भी इंग्लिश वाला लिटरेचर क्लास लिया था, हमको मालूम ही नहीं था कि उनसे भी हम एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सके कुछ नया एज ए टीचर. तो ये सब जो नया नया पहलू हम लोगों को सिखाया गया है, मुझे ज़रूर लगता है इट विल एक्सपांड आवर नॉलेज दैट इन अ रियल सेंस. तो इसलिए मैं आई लाइक टू गिव अ राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज टू ऑल आवर दोज हु इन कोऑर्डिनेटिंग द कोर्स. रही बात फूड का, yes, I have enjoyed the foods. As you are I am staying in the hostels. So again, being a principal and again getting a hostel life is something new. So उसका भी एक मतलब क्या हो गया, रिमाइंड ऑफ लाइफ हो गए, रिफ्रेशिंग हो गया. और ऊपर से कल हम लोगों ने डायरेक्टर मैडम के घर गए थे टू सी द रियल हॉस्पिटलिटी, एंड अगेन we met her parents, they are very old, her madam's children's, all are so cooperative. We really had a very good time in your house, madam. अलीगढ़ ऐसे तो नाम सुना ही था, अभी महसूस किया है कि इसका रियल फैक्टर क्या है, कि सब लोग क्यों बोलते हैं कि अलीगढ़ इज़ वन ऑफ द ब्यूटीफुल सिटी. आई रियली एंजॉयड, आई मेट मेनी फ्रेंड्स. थैंक यू, थैंक्स अ लॉट. जस्ट अ मिनट ऑन बिहाफ, क्योंकि हमारा असम में ऐसा होता है कि जो हम लोग के जिसको शुक्रगुजार करता हूँ, हम हमारा तरफ से गामोसा देता है, दैट इज़ अ सिंबल ऑफ प्राइड. सो आई जस्ट रिक्वेस्ट माई फ्रेंड हमजा टू गिव एज अ टोकन ऑफ लव तो गामसा टू आवर अब्बासी मैडम एंड तालिब सर. Because both I knew what's the pain you have to taken for running this kind of course. हम तो नाटक देख रहे हैं, ग्रीन रूम में क्या होता है वो तो आप लोग ही महसूस करेंगे. ओके, नहीं हमजा सारी दे देंगे, आप भी दे सकते हैं, इट्स नॉट.
Can I make a little change to this? Because I have gamchas. Can I present my gamcha to the guests?
It's okay.
Yeah, आपके लिए आया है.
दीजिए. हाँ मैडम आप ही दे दीजिए. तालिब सर को दे दीजिए. तालिब सर को दे दीजिए.
So thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Nihar, sir, for giving your such excellent feedback, and along with Gamcha. Our next participant is my elder brother or my senior, in my faculty. I request Dr. Abdul Aziz Khan sir to please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fahmida Zinat. Respected gatherings on the stage, the mentors of this training program, the guests from Lucknow and DSW from Aligarh Muslim University. Really, it was a very good training session for me and all of my teachers and the research scholars from the Aligarh Muslim University and different institutions. We have started with a lecture from Mr. Jayant Krishna. It was a very good on the higher education and leadership and NEP also. The second one was conducted by Dr. Zareen Hussain and Dr. Parvez Talib sir. It was a leadership and collaboration. It was very well collaborated and very well presented. Everyone enjoyed and involved. It was a very integrating and interpersonal talk. And we have another talk by Dr. Sayyid Khurram Nisar, who made us to change our mind about the education. The education can be a conspiracy. So everyone enjoyed his session. Personally, it was taken in the lounge of the dining hall. And Mr. Narendra Kumar, definitely he had asked tell about the outreach, ISR and HE national perspective. And yesterday we had enjoyed a session by Professor Asmar Beg sir. We are always love to listen to him because we do not want to miss a sentence from it. It's very quoting and very heartening to our heart, very close to our heart, and he gave very beautiful examples and give a very simplified manner. And today we have Professor Asim sir, and yesterday we have Dr. Muhammad Aslam with a very good orator. He talked about the various methodology we can use, and I must not forget to mention the name of Professor Qazi Mazhar Ali, who made the audience laugh a lot. And in the meantime, he conveyed his message very peacefully by quoting certain live examples. And we have the course coordinator, Professor Parvez Talib sir, his love, affection, the integration with the participant. It is mesmerized. Inshallah, we are going to love and remember always. And as Dr. Fahmida has mentioned about Dr. Faiza Abbasi, ma'am, definitely you made this Chaman a flourishing, always it will be. Everybody is here like a homecoming again and again. And our chief guest is Aqil Ahmed sir. Definitely we are going to listen him. And I know our Dean Students Welfare, Professor Rafiuddin sir, definitely is a gem of the university, how he manages the students and being a bridging the gap between the administration and the students. Really, it's a Herculean task. I must salute you, sir. At several times I have met you as a warden, as acting provost, at so many times from my hall, and you have solved so many problems very easily, very amicably. Thank you so much. And I must quote the Faiza ma'am. When I joined this university in 2009, I have joined course with Asimi people. He used to say, बहुत ही अच्छे लोग होते हैं, बहुत ही मज़ेदार होते हैं और बहुत ही मिलनसार होते हैं. So definitely we enjoyed it, the feedback from our colleague here. Thank you once again. Thank you, Dr. Fahmida.
Thank you, Aziz bhai. Our next participant is Dr. Hamza. He's a faculty of AMU at Mallapuram Center. So please.
Most respected dignitaries on the stage, especially Professor Sayyid Aqil Ahmed Sab, Director, Human Resource Development Cell, Integral University, Lucknow. Then Professor Rafiuddin, Dean, Students Welfare, MU. Dr. Faiza Abbasi, Program Director, UGC MMTTC. Then Professor Parvez Talib, Course Coordinator, Short-Term Course. And Dr. Fahima Zinat. It's really an inspiring session for all of us. Let me say the last 1 week, being the potential leaders in the field of academia, now the responsibility is passed to us. We are living with a lot of responsibilities. Just going through each sessions as per the schedule, first of all, let me thank this team, HRDC team, to find the gems in the field, so that they inspired in every mode. The reflective, the feedback, if you take the session-wise feedback, a lot. I have each page, minimum 1 A4 sheet for each slot. But my time is confined to 2 to 3 minutes. but I should not go beyond that. The day one, Mr. Jayant Krishna, he highlighted the paradoxical employability. That means highly qualified people but not employable, and well employable people but they are not educationally qualified. So this is the paradox. This is now we are in a responsibility to bridge this gap. Now another argument, education is a conspiracy, that we had discussed in our dining room. Dr. Zareen Hussain Farooq has given a fantastic session on this part. That moment only, the moment we heard this terminology, then the disturbance emerged, how this education became a conspiracy. Later he convinced us in a different mode. There is a different manifestation for imparting knowledge. Then next day, Professor Parvez Talib Sahab and Dr. Zareen Hussain Madam, they have given us some leadership skills like hard versus soft leadership. 12 leadership skills they have presented on that day. So it's very hard. At the time of presentation, we are a bit opposing to their approach, but towards the end of the session only, they let us to take your own leadership skill from hard, from soft. You have to be somewhere in between. So we learned it. Actually, the discussion happened after the class. Then we have Mr. Narendra Kumar. He proposed the institutional social responsibility. In different terminology, we are having corporate social responsibility, corporate skills, other commitment to the society. Now we are a bit structured on institutional social responsibility, and we had a reflection during the class itself, whether our institution having the social responsibility to the society, and we now in a mode of making some incremental change on institutional social responsibility. Then moving to the next previous day, we had a visit to some of the old buildings of AMU. That in fact is an inspiration to us. Like now we institutional visit after a talk on institutional social responsibility. We have seen that all these buildings been donated by giants in the field, and now we are connected to the society, not to the students only, to the society also, to bring such contribution to our institutions also, because people are ready for that. Let's give them a platform for the same. Then Professor Mirza Azmar Bek and Dr. Muhammad Aslam, both of them from Department of Education, Political Science, Department of Political Science. They have given some gestures in the teaching. They themselves demonstrated, and they asked us to evaluate how I am teaching in front of you. So every movement of the teacher we are observed, and we gave them some comments on that. The movement, the gesture, everything is crucial for us. Then moving to the last session, Professor M. Asim Siddiqui, we had a nice presentation in the morning, and the leadership through literature. We had a good presentation, discussions, observations. Later we got the chance to present the novel. We presented it, but later through an interaction only we came to know that some of the insight we are unable to trace it is coming from the audience. That means it's a leadership kind of things. People have different perspective on a novel. Says yes, 85-page novel is having 85 perspective from the audience. If you give another 15 minutes, there will be more perspective on this. So we thought of it is an entry to the ocean. It's a door. So just a door only. So we enjoyed that presentation. After all, we are living with a lot of responsibilities to the society, and to the students and to our own institutions. Inshallah, next time also we will come here. And in fact, this is the first time post-COVID I am away from my home. And at the time of packing my bag, my wife and 4 kids, they asked me, why you go there? Why don't you attend the session online? Because they also started attending classes through online. Why don't you do that? I told them, let me go. But the day one is very painful to me. Day 2 also so painful. Now they are counting my chart. Now they are fixing my itinerary when you'll be back. So, in fact, post-COVID, we are all here. I think this very recently, after COVID, the HRDC started offline courses. If new courses suit to us, we will come together, we'll join back, and let's see, this network will move on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Hamza. Our last participant for the feedback session is Ms. Shivani Singh.
Thank you so much, ma'am. My name is Shivani Singh from the Department of Physical Education. So, today, Chief Guest of the Day, Professor Syed Akil Ahmed Sir, Guest of Honor, Professor Rafiuddin Sir, Director of this course, Dr. Faiza Abbasi ma'am, Course Coordinator, Professor Parvez Talib Sir, Dr. Fahmida Zeenat ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity for expressing my views, the feedback of this course. So I have attended the several workshops here before, but this is the very first time that I happened to be the last one to join this course, but just because of ma'am, she has allowed me to join at the last minute. So thank you so much, ma'am, for joining this course. This workshop on academic leadership has been extremely enriching. The selection of topics was excellent, as other participants have already covered so many feedbacks, so I will summarize it in. All the resource persons were highly knowledgeable, skilled, and engaging. I have gained valuable insights and learned many new things throughout these sessions. So that definitely helped me to make me a good leader in this field of academics. And the main thing is the overall management of this workshop was extremely smooth. Everything was well organized. Sessions were conducted on time, and the environment remained positive and engaging throughout the sessions. These are the qualities of effective leadership, and we were fortunate to experience them in practical. So this is just because of under the guidance of the Dr. Faiza Abbasi ma'am, we have learned not only from the sessions, but from your leadership also, ma'am. So thank you so much. And all the participants were very enthusiastic, and they were actively involved throughout the sessions. That makes this workshop a more success. The food arrangements were very good, and I sincerely appreciate all the efforts of the non-teaching staff and for their dedication and the support to this workshop. So thank you everyone who contribute to make this workshop a success. We look forward many more workshops like this in the future, and well-organized programs in the future also. I'm sure we all will become a good leader, and we all have learned so many things from this workshop. We will use these skills in the futures also. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Shivani. Every aspects of this STC is wonderfully covered by my peers. But being a participant of this STC program on academic leadership, I want to need a couple of lines to add this feedback, because दिल चाह रहा है कि कुछ जोड़ दूँ इस प्रोग्राम में, बल्कि UGC के जो भी प्रोग्राम्स हैं, स्पेशली शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्स, तो उसको मैं हमेशा सर्च करती रहती हूँ कि कोई शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्स ऐसा जो अपने लिए बहुत ही सूटेबल हो और फ़ायदेमंद हो। वो इसलिए कि 6 दिन या 5 दिन 6 दिन जो है वो यहाँ आना आसान है। बीइंग अ क्लिनिकल फील्ड, आई एम अ गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट एंड ऑब्स्टेट्रिशियन, तो क्लिनिकल फील्ड में बहुत सारी इंडोर आउटडोर टीचिंग के साथ क्लिनिकल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ पेशेंट की, तो बहुत सारा बर्डन होता है। इसलिए 6-7 दिन से ज़्यादा रुक पाना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है। लेकिन हमेशा जब 6-7 महीने गुजरने के बाद दिल चाहता है कि अपने सारे दिमाग और सारे ही बॉडी के जो भी सिस्टम्स हैं उनका सर्विसिंग कराना। तो हमको ये UGC MMTTC अपना एक वर्कशॉप सा लगता है कि सर्विस सेंटर है, और बहुत सारी चीज़ें एक साथ, हमें बहुत सारे मेंटोर्स एक साथ मिल जाएंगे 5-6 दिन में। बहुत सारे पीयर्स हमारे हैं जिनसे हम गाइडेड होते हैं। हमें इस कोर्स में ज्वाइन होने के बाद लगा कि PhD स्टूडेंट्स से हमने कितना कुछ सीखा, कितना अच्छा GS है, कितना अच्छा हिस्ट्री है, सिविक्स है, बहुत सारा सब एक ही 2 क्लास में बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखने को मिलती हैं, गेन करने को। और दिल चाहता है कि कभी कभी एज अ स्टूडेंट हम भी क्लास अटेंड करें, कुछ सीखें। हमेशा तो पढ़ के खुद से रिसर्च करके जाके पढ़ाते हैं, बताते हैं बच्चों को, लेकिन दिल चाहता है कि हमें भी हमारे मेंटर्स कुछ बताएं, स्पेशली परवेज़ तालिब सर, स्पेशली प्रोफेसर असमर बेग सर, मैम डॉक्टर फ़ाइज़ा अब्बासी। तो एक साथ 5-6 दिनों में सबका जो है वो फ्यूल थोड़ा थोड़ा करके बॉडी में आता है और सर्विसिंग होती है, और हमारी जो पूरा जो मोटर व्हीकल है वो सर्विस ऑन हो जाता है और अच्छे से एक बार पूरा रिफ्रेश हो जाता है. सो ये पूरा कोर्स ज्वाइन करने का मकसद ये होता है कि हम अपने आप को फिर से चीयरअप करें, रिफ्रेश करें, और शायद आप में से भी बहुत सारे लोगों का कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा ही परसेप्शन होगा. सो मूविंग ऑन, we are eagerly awaiting to listening our special guest from Lucknow Integral University, Dr. Syed Aqil Ahmed sir. Sir has completed BTech in Civil Engineering and Masters in Transportation Planning from Institute of National Importance, School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi, and also awarded PhD in area of traffic noise, having total experience of 26 years in academic and consultancy in the area of traffic engineering and transporting planning. He is currently professor and head of the Department of Civil Engineering, also Director Human Resource Development Center and Deputy Controller of Examination in Integral University, Lucknow. He is also a certified road safety auditor and worked on various projects of World Bank, NHAI, PWD, state government and private developers. Also worked as Deputy Director at National Capital Region Planning Board, NCRPB, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India, New Delhi. Sir has published around more than 90 plus research papers in reputed national and international journals and conferences of repute, and also contributed various book chapters, and also granted 2 patents have on his name. So with these words, may I request to Dr. Syed Aqil Ahmed sir. So sir, please come and address the gathering.
थैंक यू फहमीदा फॉर द वर्ड्स. ये मेरा चमन है, मेरा चमन, मैं अपने चमन का बुलबुल हूँ. जो ताक़ हरम में रोशन है, वह शम्मा यहाँ भी जलती है. ये सर सैयद की ज़मीं है, सर सैयद का दयार है, इल्म व अदब का गहवारा है. I feel elated and honored to be part of this valedictory session on the short-term course on academic leadership at UGC MMTTC Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. Dr. Faiza Abbasi, Director UGC MMTTC. Dr. Professor Parvez Talib Sahab, Course Coordinator, Department of Business Administration. Professor Rafiuddin Sahab, DSW. Dr. Fahmida Zinat. Members of the MMTC family, dear participants. Assalamu alaikum and a very warm good afternoon to all of you. MMTTC is also my alma mater. I also did my orientation program and refresher course from here. And it is one of the top MMTC of India. I can it's here the second number now. And you are fortunate that you are part of this MMTC. Yes. And it is a very rich, it is having very rich resources like our program coordinator Parvez Talib Sahab, and we have Faiza madam. एंड मुझे फ़ैज़ा सर तालिब साहब का एक मुझे याद आता है, जब सर हम लोग को पढ़ा रहे थे एक बार, तो सर ने मुझे बताया था कि एक किसी बच्चे को शिक्षा देने के लिए उसको जंगल में जो है वो भेजा था कि 2 साल आप जंगल में रह के आइए, उस देख के आइए कि वहाँ पे क्या क्या आप सुनते हैं, क्या क्या चीज़ें होती हैं. जब 2 साल बाद आया तो उसने तरह तरह की आवाज़ें बताई, तरह तरह जानवरों की आवाज़ें, पानी की आवाज़. फिर तालिब साहब ने फिर उसको आगे बढ़ाया, कहने लगे बेटा तुमने आवाज़ें तो बहुत सुन ली, अब फिर से जाओ और जंगल की खामोशी सुन के आओ. तो वो चीज़ मुझे अभी भी याद है. तो यू हैव सच ट्रेजर इन द MMTC अलीगढ़. प्लीज़ गिव ए बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज टू हिम सर. ही इज़ अ गुड टीचर, गुड मेंटर एंड डेफिनेटली एन एकेडमिक लीडर. The leadership of MMTC shines under the guidance of Dr. Faiza Abbasi ma'am, whose vision, commitment and dynamic approach have truly elevated the institution. Her ability to lead with clarity and compassion has created an environment where discipline is valued, and every member of the team feels inspired to give his or her best. Over the past few days, you have been engaged with some of the finest minds, explored diverse themes, and reflected on evolving ideas that underpin higher education today. I sincerely congratulate UGC MTC, AMU for organizing this impactful program, and I appreciate each participant for your dedication, discipline, and enthusiasm, as I seen in few of the feedbacks. इल्म की शम्मा जलाओ कि अंधेरा ना रहे, इल्म की शम्मा जलाओ कि अंधेरा ना रहे, मुल्क को इतना उठाओ कि सहारा ना रहे. We are living in a time when higher education is undergoing unprecedented transformation. Universities across the world are redefining their roles, not just as center of learning, but as engine of innovation, research, social responsibility, and global engagement. In such a scenario, academic leadership is no longer optional. It is essential. You all have to be academic leader. But what exactly is academic leadership? Is it a designation, position, or an administrative role? Academic leadership is the ability to envision the future of education, inspire others to work towards the vision, foster a culture of excellence and ethics, create a supportive, inclusive, and innovative environment, lead the knowledge, integrity, and humility. A true academic leader is not defined by authority, but by influence. Not by power, but by purpose. Not by title, but by the impact they create. The mindset of an academic leader should be learn, relearn, unlearn. One of the most powerful qualities of great leader is the willingness to evolve, and the evolution revolves around a simple but profound cycle. If I talk about the learning renews our ideas, broadens our understanding, and keeps us relevant. A teacher who stops learning stops leading. Regarding relearn, knowledge is dynamic. When anything was accurate, but now it is outdated. Relearning helps us to update our perspective and stay aligned with the contemporary advancement. Unlearning requires courage. It means letting go of practices, assumptions, and habits that no longer serve our students or institution. Unlearning is not forgetting. It is freeing ourselves to think better, act better, and lead better. As I often emphasize, a true academic leader learns with curiosity, relearn with humility, and unlearn with courage. Because the moment we open our minds to change, we open doors to growth. This mindset is the foundation of leadership in modern academia. नज़र को बदलो तो नज़ारे बदल जाते हैं, सोच को बदलो तो सितारे बदल जाते हैं. Now I will discuss few examples of the academic leaders. Throughout history, we find countless academicians who redefine leadership through their ideas, actions, and vision. First example is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, a teacher at heart, a scientist by profession, and visionary by spirit. He believed that igniting young minds is the most powerful form of leadership. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, a philosopher, statesman who elevated the dignity of the teacher, reminding us that education is the highest form of service. Dr. Amritya Sen, a global intellectual whose scholarship defined policy and human development. Mr. M.S. Swaminathan, whose academic leadership in agriculture ensures food security for entire nation. Dr. S. Kasturi Rangan, a visionary behind NEP 2020, who imagined a multidisciplinary, flexible, student-centered higher education system. Professor Yashpal, an inspiring scientist who championed inquiry-based learning and encouraged India to think scientifically. And one more such example of Professor Saeed Wasim Akhtar, who is the founder and chancellor of Integral University. Integral University is a shining example of academic leadership and institutional vision. An institution built on perseverance, clarity of purpose, and transformative leadership. The leadership journey of Professor Syed Wasim Akhtar in itself is a case study in how commitment and determination can shape an institution from the ground up. All the academic leaders live there and tell something important. Academic leadership is timeless. Academic leadership is timeless. It shapes societies, not just institutions. Now, if we talk about teachers as academic leaders, then they are the first and most influential academic leaders, as you are. Often leadership is associated with titles like Vice Chancellor, Deans, Directors, or Head of the Department. But in reality, the most impactful academic leaders are the teachers. Teachers lead every day, sometimes without even realizing it. Teachers inspire, they ignite curiosity, build confidence, and nurture the dreams of young minds. Teachers innovate, they experiment with methodologies, integrate technology, and make learning meaningful. Teachers are mentors, they guide students academically, emotionally, professionally, shaping both competence and character. Teachers create knowledge. Thorough research, experimentation, publications, and collaborations, they contribute to the world of ideas. Teachers model values. Their behavior becomes the ethical mirror for the students and colleagues. Teachers build communities. Thorough teamwork, committees, curriculum design, and institutional activities, they create productive academic ecosystem. Teachers embrace learn, relearn, unlearn. They remain lifelong learner, adapting the new technologies. Teachers lead technology integration. They help students navigate digital learning, innovation, and 21st century skills. Teachers reflect and improve. They engage in feedback, introspection, and continuous professional development. When we combine all these dimensions, the message is clear. Teachers are not merely transmitters of knowledge, they are architects of the academic future. One more aspect of the academic leadership is the human dimension. Beyond strategy, policy, and pedagogy lies the most important dimensions of the leadership, that is human connection. Students come with hopes and anxieties. Colleagues come with strength and challenges. Institutions carry dreams and expectations. A great leader is one who listens, understands, and supports. Academic leadership is effective only when it is grounded in empathy. A leader who cares influencing thoughts, a leader who earns trust, a leader who inspires in shaping generations. Institutional transformation is carried out through academic leadership. Academic leaders play a critical role in strengthening the institutions like quality assurance and accreditations, curriculum development, research ecosystem, institutional social responsibility, innovation, entrepreneurship and incubation, student support system, inclusivity, and cultural sensitivity. Institutions grow stronger when leadership is visionary and value-driven. But institutions flourish when leadership becomes collective, when every teacher, every mentor, every coordinator participate in building the academic environment. Now, what should be your role moving forward? As participant of the time of this program, you can carry added responsibility. You have learned, reflected, discussed, and engaged with new ideas. When you return to your institutions, to your departments, you will carry with you the tools to build collaborative and inclusive environment, mentor students more effectively, strengthen teaching learning process, promote research culture, contribute to policy, governance, and reforms, lead through examples, not instructions, but do everything with empathy. Remember, every teacher can be an academic leader, and every academic leader must remain a teacher. Now let's discuss something about the global changes which are happening today and what we have to do in Indian scenario. As we stand in 2025, the world is at the delicate intersection of shifting global powers. The powers structure globally are changing dramatically. China is the new powerhouse. BRICS is changing the economic alignment of the global south. The primacy of the US dollar in global trade is nosediving. The structure of Middle East is about to change. The US empire is debt-strapped and is in terminal decline with a leadership that is accelerating its path in the direction. Europe is in the crisis with the UK, Germany and France in economic and political decline. This is the time for India to strengthen its academic ecosystem rather than contribute to large-scale outward migration of students. Our priority must be to build institutions so strong that students aspire to stay here, learn and contribute to our nation. This is the time when technology rewrites human possibility on the daily basis. Generative AI has blurred the line between the creator and the creation. The challenges before us is not whether machines will take jobs, but whether machines will be used to expand what it means to be human, to think more creatively, emphasize more deeply, and solve problems we once thought were unsolvable. Technologies around us are changing so rapidly that their influence on all aspects of our life are scarcely understandable. Education is not only about shaping the mind, but also enriching the heart. We must focus on developing emotional quotient of a student, not merely the IQ. Emerging philosophies such as heterogogy, which emphasize self-directed learning with empathy at its core, are shaping the global education. Let me leave you with a thought. Leadership in academia is not about managing people. It is about shaping minds, nurturing values, and inspiring excellence. As we look ahead, let us commit ourselves to building institutions that stand for innovation, inclusion, ethics, and academic excellence. Let us lead not by position, but by passion, not by authority, but by authenticity, not by instructions, but by inspirations. Once again, I congratulate all the participants and extend my appreciation to organizer for enriching and meaningful program and giving me the opportunity to stand before you. Now at the last, I will say, उठो कि वक्त का तकाज़ा है, उठो कि वक्त का तकाज़ा है, फिर से सोचो, नए दौर के चिरागों में अपनी रोशनी दो. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving this insightful knowledge about teaching skill education and overall academic leadership. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have fortunate enough to have our next guest as guest of honor, Professor Rafiuddin, sir, Dean, Student Welfare, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. Sir has achieved his postdoctoral fellow in Chemical Laboratory, University of Kent at Canterbury, England from 1992 to 1993. Sir has a recipient of Nehru Centenary British Fellowship in Chemistry awarded by Government of India and British Council, UK in 1992 also. 37 years of research experience and teaching experience after a PhD, and successfully guided 21 students for research scholars and 3 students for MPhil degree, and presently 1 student working for his PhD degree too. Sir presented several papers and published too many papers in a reputed national and international journal, and such as Gordon Research Conference held in United States, Solid State Ionics and Material Chemistry held in Holland, and UK, respectively, apart from many other national conferences. Sir has been invited speakers to many national conferences and has been organizing several national conferences and international conferences by the Department of Chemistry, AMU Aligarh. Sir has served in various positions in university as well as department and hall also. With this remark, I would like to invite Professor Rafiuddin sir, SWMU, to please address the gathering for valedictory session.
Thank you. Professor Parvez Talib, Course Coordinator, Professor Syed Aqil Ahmed, Director from Integral University, Dr. Faiza Basi, my younger sister, all the teachers who are participating as well as all the participants, many of you are research scholars doing PhD. A very good afternoon, and my first approach is that you are really fortunate that you got chance to do your course here in this HRD center under the direction of Dr. Faiza Basi and Professor Parvez Talib. We are talking about the academic leadership. Apart from many names which I came to know that who have taught you and who have told you something about their subjects like Asmar Beg, Asim Siddiqui and many others. These two, Faiza and Parvez Talib, Saab, they themselves are ideal, a model for you. The way they are doing their subject, like Parvez Talib, he's younger to me, but I am so much impressed by his approach, his subject. And Faiza is one of the most talented personality in our campus. So when we are talking about academic leadership, you see, the first thing is to start as a good teacher. The leadership starts you being a good teacher. A teacher is the one who shares knowledge, who try to create knowledge. It's a continuous process. You are research scholar, particularly to research scholar I am saying, in this stage, you have to decide if you are adopting this career of a teacher. It should not be by compulsion. It should be your choice. You can only be a good teacher when you choose this profession. It's most challenging. It's not so simple. You cannot compare teaching and research with any other profession. इसको कभी इस तरह मत लीजिए कि जैसे कोई और जॉब है, उसकी सैलरी क्या है, आपकी सैलरी क्या है. नो, यू कैन नॉट डू दैट. इट्स डिफरेंट. आपको इसमें अपने आप को यू हैव टू बी अ रोल मॉडल फॉर द सोसाइटी, फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स. सो द लीडरशिप, academic leadership, if you explain this, as I said, you start with being a good teacher, and a teacher becomes a role model. That's why in the university system, our university system start from English university system, where the master, the warden, the provost, the proctor, the DSW, every post is given to teachers. It's not given to any other person. Why teachers? Because the teacher as a warden, teacher as a provost, teacher inside the class and outside the class is the one who inspired the generation, who inspired the students. So the leadership starts from that. You are leader. You are leading the environment there, the society there, the society of the student. Just last year I was in England to my parent institution, University of Kent at Canterbury, and I have seen the teachers there, they are still following the same pattern. My supervisor with whom I did my research, he's an old English person, he asked me, Rafi, you are provost there. That time I was provost in Habibal. So I said, how you come to know that? He said, I have seen from the website, it's very big position. It's not so big. No, it's so much. Because you have to interact with so many students. So that's why I'm saying that this is your career. If you are adopting this career, you have to prove that you are learning from every student and you are making them to learn from you. It's a reverse, two-way process. हम रोज सीखते हैं स्टूडेंट से और स्टूडेंट हमसे सीखते हैं और इनोवेटिव होना होता है. You can never be a good teacher unless you are doing research. It's continuous process, updating of knowledge. Knowledge static नहीं है. You have to create. You have to innovate. And you have to tell the audience that you have done this thing. So the innovation is the leadership. Teaching is the leadership. Guiding the student is the leadership. That's why you see in the system of the education, there is a continuous process of evaluation. Like in other services, after certain year you are promoted. But in universities, you have to face interview for every promotion, where you have to prove that in the last 10 year, 8 year, whatever, you have done so much of new things. There may be aberrations. कहीं आप कहेंगे कि ये सब चीज़ें नहीं follow होती हैं, that's a different story. But what happened? It is expected that you are continuously evolving, doing something to create new ideas, new addition to the knowledge. So teacher is a leader for the entire society, for the institution, और उसके साथ साथ in addition to being a teacher, you are given many responsibility. As one speaker said, you are vice chancellor, you may be DSW, you may be proctor, you may be any post, holding a post. So you will be director, being a teacher. So as a teacher, you can guide, you can direct the system how to be more accommodative, more innovative, with new ideas, with openness. Plus, if you want to be a leader, certainly you have to have a personality. Personality does not mean that you are wearing a best cloth or something like that. No, personality does mean the one who can present herself or himself, who has a knowledge, who has a language. So a teacher means the one who has enormous knowledge. Apart from her or his subject, there are many things which she or he needs to know. So this is called academic leadership, where you are leading academically, you are guiding, you are making other to learn, you are making other to think about new ideas, create about new ideas. So this workshop for 1 week perhaps, as I was told, you would have seen, you would have learned from many learned people. This must be an experience to you, and this type of course gives you opportunity to look about and think about your personality, your ideas, and for making your career as academic leader. I again congratulate all of you for attending this program, and I congratulate Dr. Faiza Abbasi, Professor Parvez Talib for organizing, for guiding all of you, and Sayyid Aqil Ahmad Saab for coming and attending this workshop, and to you also for doing the program. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you so much, sir, for guiding us and nurturing us with your beautiful and experienced experiences. We are very thankful to you, sir. Dear friends, now it's time to hear our course coordinator, or we can say it's time to thanking our course coordinator, Professor Parvez Talib, sir. Parvez Talib sir is a senior professor in the Department of Business Administration, and हम सब ज़्यादातर यहीं के हैं, तो हमें सर की सारी ही खूबियाँ ज़्यादातर लोगों को सबको पता है. सर की सारी खूबियों में से सबसे एक अलहदा खूबी कि सर बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में होते हुए एक वन ऑफ द बेस्ट शायर हैं. और सर का इस बार के सेशन में मतलब थोड़ा एक कमी सी रही, हमको उनका पूरा एक फुल फ्लेज सेशन नहीं मिला जिसमें उनके पूरे जो एक्सपीरियंस और उनकी जो थॉटफुल नॉलेज वी कैन से विजडम्स अलॉन्ग विद दी स्टेप बाय स्टेप शेयर के साथ, और इतने सटीक शेयर होते हैं कि इतना मतलब एकदम फिट हो जाते हैं उस फ्रेम में. हम इस बार डायरी और पेन के साथ बिल्कुल मुस्तैद होकर बैठे थे कि सर के मुंह से कुछ भी निकलेगा और वो नोट कर लिया जाएगा शायद, लेकिन पूरे सेशन में 5-6 दिन में एक ही 2 सेशन सर का रहा, और हमें सर के जो शायर हैं वो अशार रिपीट नहीं मिले, ना ही ज़्यादा मिल पाए. तो सर को मैं यहाँ दावत देना चाहूँगी, बस एक शेर जो छोटा सा, सर तो पूरा एक सागर है, हम लोग एक छोटी सी बूंद है. मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल, मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवां बनता गया.
अगर लंच का ज़्यादा ख्याल ना हो तो सारी कमी पूरी की जा सकती है अशार की. तो शुक्रिया बहुत बहुत डॉक्टर फहमीदा and other very distinguished members on the dais, and of the dais also we have Kalita, Dr. Kalita here, very senior person, and other participants also. Actually my job is to sum it up and also thank everyone who made it possible. So, but some ideas which I got after listening to Dr. Faiza, then our keynote speaker, he came with a very, very structured and well prepared speech, and that also is actually one quality of a good academic leader. My teacher used to say, if something is worth doing, it is worth doing well. And you saw that in the thoughtful speech, thoughtful content that was shared by Professor Aqil. And Dr. Faiza talked about Sir Syed, and he talked about some other academic leaders like APJ Abul Kalam. So who is an academic leader? I think in general an academic leader is one whose absence is felt. Manager is one whose presence is felt, but a leader is one whose absence is felt. Even now sitting over here, we feel that absence of Sir Syed, and we feel as if he is there looking at us. I felt that in the context of one more academic leader. I'll share that example, and that is of Dr. Ravi Mathai. In 92, I went to IIM Ahmedabad for a 1-year FDP course. I was sponsored by the university, and by then 1 year FDP? Yes, it was very long then, and actually that was the real learning. And I think by then Dr. Ravi Mathai, the first director, had already passed away 20 years back. But everyone in the institution, whenever we would mention about the culture of that place, people would refer to Dr. Ravi Mathai, the first effective director. Vikram Sarabhai was the founding director,
but the real effective director was Dr. Ravi Mathai. And I'll just share with you a few things which were pointed out about him. One, when he finished his tenure as director, he was 52 years old. And naturally, everybody wanted him to have a second term. The government also wanted him to, because he did such a fantastic job. But he said, I would prefer to be a professor in this institution than to be director again. So if you offer me professorship, I will accept. So he communicated this message that it is far more honorable to be a professor in this institution than to be its director all the time. And when he served as professor, the kind of work that he did in the social sector, he and along with his team in NID and some bright professors again from IIM Ahmedabad, they adopted a village in Javaja, and actually he has written a book also on his experience by the title Rural University, and he actually transformed that village. So because of his work, many of the alumni of IIM Ahmedabad, they took that offbeat route of serving the social sector. Like when I was there was a person called Bhushan Ponani who transformed Blind Men's Association, which was there in Ahmedabad, and it became, a thriving institution for that class of people. So a leader's absence is felt. I give you one more example of Dr. Ravi Mathai's leadership, how he empowered faculty. They used to have consultative meeting to decide any crucial issue, and one of the crucial issue they were faced with was consulting. Whether a management institution should have consulting or not in their basket of options, teaching, research, academic administration, that everybody understands. But they wanted to have consulting also. The faculty deliberated, and it was such a heated discussion. The faculty got divided in two groups. One group said it will impact our core PGP program because its faculty's energies would be directed towards a more lucrative option, which is consulting. The consulting group who were for consulting, they said no, it will give us practical insights which we will bring to our MBA students, and they were at loggerheads. Finally, जो हम लोगों ने ज़्यादातर एकेडमिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस में देखा है, वहाँ भी यही हुआ कि नाउ वी लीव इट टू द डायरेक्टर, जो वो तय करें हम सब मान लेंगे, बिकॉज दे हैड ऑलरेडी डिस्कस दैट इशू फॉर 4 hours. When he was pushed to take a call, he rose from his seat and said, I refuse to take this call because it is not my call, it is your call. And trust me, if you force me to take a call on this issue, I will decide in such a nasty manner that every one of us will suffer. Now again there was a pin drop silence, and he said, there is no option but this only, you have to decide it collectively. And finally, because he has made it such a point, they again deliberated, and finally both the groups saw the merits as also demerits of both the options, and finally they agreed collectively that okay, we will have 1 trimester off for every faculty, but this assignment should not exceed for more than 52 days in a year. And he said, yes, now that you have decided, I'll evolve a policy based on this discussion. And then he evolved the most, wonderful policy on this. And fortunately, one of his colleague, Dr. Uday Parikh, has annexed it in one of his book on institution building, and that is how I got to know that how they evolved the consultancy policy. I hope you recall that I shared with you that example, that leader is a midwife. The leader assists somebody's birth. So he genuinely empowered the faculty there. I have not seen a better faculty-run institution. The director is there as one amongst equal, but no aura around. In fact, the director's chamber is of the same size as that of any other faculty member. So this is how institutions are built by academic leaders. So फहमीदा मैम की रिक्वेस्ट है कुछ अशार भी हो जाएं, है ना? How do we actually grow as academic leader, isn't it? One of my students has written this couplet and it is my favorite, so I'll share that with you. कि आज समंदर की मौजों से लड़ना अपना शेवा है, कल तक साहिल से देखा तो दरिया गहरे लगते थे. So we gradually develop our capability to lead and make an impact on our surroundings. Right now, your field is your own students, as has been very rightly pointed out by Dr. Akhil. And how do they influence? Can you imagine? I shared something with him, I think 20 years back, and he still remembers it. You are blessed if you have a student like him. And there are students, they may not say that to you in the class, but they will jot down each and everything, your mannerism, the way you carry yourself in the class. Sometimes the wrong part also. I was told कि हमारे बड़े भाई सिगरेट पीते हैं तो उनका स्टाइल भी लोग कॉपी करती हैं सिगरेट पीने का. I am not endorsing that kind of thing, but my point is that the teacher's influence runs all through, isn't it? Without we realizing it. तो मेरे ख्याल से ज़्यादा शेर भारी पड़ जाएंगे. एक शेर और आपको सुना के फिर अपनी बात ख़त्म करते हैं रसीद भाई, इजाज़त हो. मौत से बचने की एक तरकीब है, मौत से बचने की एक तरकीब है, दूसरों के जहन में ज़िंदा रहो. थैंक यू.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सर हमारी रिक्वेस्ट पे आपने 2 अशार इतने म्यारी अशार हमें प्रेजेंट किए सर. थैंक यू सो मच. So dear friends, now it's time to having a token of appreciation by the Director UGC MMTTC, Dr. Faiza Basi ma'am. So may I request all the participants who have given the feedback of this STC course. Yes, so please I call them and please one by one आए और अपना टोकन ऑफ एप्रिसिएशन मैम से और चीफ गेस्ट से रिसीव करें. सो डॉक्टर निहार रंजन कालिता सर. यस Dr. Abdul Aziz Khan sir, please come and take a little token of appreciation by Faiza ma'am. Dr. Hamza VK sir and Ms. Shivani, please come. Ms. Shivani Singh. So, so now it's time to having a certificate and movement of click photo. Before हाँ सर, मैं प्रोफेसर तालिब सर से रिक्वेस्ट करूँगी कि सर 1 by 1 नेम कॉल कर दें और सारे ही पार्टिसिपेंट्स आके अपना सर्टिफिकेट रिसीव करें गेस्ट से, चीफ गेस्ट से, और फ़ोटो खिंचवाएं। उससे पहले मैं शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूँगी तमाम टेक्निकल स्टाफ एंड नॉन टीचिंग स्टाफ ऑफ UGC MMTTC का, खासकर मज़हर भाई का। मज़हर भाई एज अ वेरी फ्रेंडली नेचर एंड बहुत ही ज़्यादा कहें एक तरह से कि वो इतना पेशेंस है उनके अंदर, हम लोग परेशान करते रहते हैं और हमेशा मुस्कुराते रहते हैं। तो थैंक यू सो मच मज़हर भाई। सर प्लीज़। हाँ,
So, may I request Bharti, Ms. Bharti. Then Osaf, please. Oshaf, okay. Irfan may also join. Please be there in the Irfan. Irfan, are you here? Dharmender? Aye. विवेक प्रकाश, आप आगे आ जाइए प्लीज विवेक. देन डॉक्टर फमीदा प्लीज. डॉक्टर कलिता प्लीज. विवेक, यस. नहीं, फर्स्ट डॉक्टर फहमीदा देन डॉक्टर कलिता. डॉक्टर कलिता ना प्लीज. एंड पायल रे, पायल रे. एंड दरक्षा हाशमी, प्लीज बी रेडी. दरक्षा हाशमी, आर यू देयर? नो. सहीफा शाहीन. देन अब्दुल अजीज. इनको पायल को पहले खाने दिए. आइए इधर से आ जाइए बेटा. पायल का नहीं, अच्छा हो गया. अच्छा सहीफा एंड देन डॉक्टर अजीज. देन उस्मान अली प्लीज कम. उस्मान नहीं है शायद. फौजिया प्लीज कम. फौजिया. निष्ठा जैन. Nishtha is there? Yes, sir. You're there? Okay. First Fawzia, then Nishtha. Then Muhammad Danish may also come in the front.
Clap for each other.
Then Amir Suhail. Rahmat Khan. आइए रहमत साहब. मनीष सिंह. रहमत आ गए. मनीष. देन मोहम्मद असजद शुएब. असजद, यू आर देयर. एंड देन आदिल में ऑल्सो प्लीज कम. आदिल आ जाइए, आगे आ जाइए. मारूफ अली. इबादुर रहमान. देन Iram Yasin. Iram is there? No? Hemant Kumar. Mehak Fayaz, please come. Then Shehroz, or it is Sehroz? Sehroz. शहरोज उधर से आओ प्लीज. महक के बाद महक फैयाज. देन मारूफ अली एंड देन गजाला जिया. यू मे ऑल्सो कम. गजाला इज देयर? Dr. Hamza. Then Muhammad Adil is there. Muhammad Adil is present. Then Muhammad Shahid bhi aa jaएं. Muhammad Shahid. Then Pawan Kumar Maurya. Pawan Maurya. Pawan. Pawan udhar se आओ please. Then Mohammad Niaz Alam after Pawan. Sayyid Anwar. And Kalimuddin Ahmad. Kalimuddin, are you there? No? Then Sadiqul Islam. Sadiqul Islam is there? No? Manzoor. Manzoor, please come. Muzammil Haider may be there next in the line, please. Then Farhan Ali. Farhan Ali, are you there? Mehroz Manzoor. Mehroz, please come. And after Mehroz, Ali Nawaz may also be there, please, in the line. Mukesh, then Ali after Ali Nawaz. Noor Jahan. Noor Jahan, are you there? She's there. Noor Jahan, please come. Then Habibur Rahman. Habibur Rahman also from this side. Habibur Rahman udhar se. Mukesh, okay. Mukesh, then followed by Noor Jahan and Habibur Rahman Ansari. Kamal Hassan also after Habibur Rahman. नहीं है? Kamal Hassan नहीं है. Mahendra Pratap. Kamal Hassan is there. Okay. Habibur Rahman. Mohammad Shahnawaz Saqlain. Mahendra Pratap. Yes, you are there. उनको बुला लिया था. Shahnawaz Saqlain. शाहनवाज अपना मोबाइल किसी और को दे दीजिए. मोहम्मद सुहेल चौधरी. ताहिर हुसैन. जुनैद मलिक and Arshia Shafqat. Arshia, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you there? Then Nazrana Ahmad. Nazrana nahi. Then Mohammad Akhlaq, please. Mohammad Asif हैं अखलाक के बाद. Mohammad Asif. Then after Asif, Sufia Anjum. Mohammad Alam. Then Miss Romi Nazir.
Yes, sir.
Romi Nazir. Yes. Aisha Parveen. Aisha, please come. Then Shivani, please come. Rahul, please come. And then Arun Pratap Singh. Anybody whom we missed? Bacha, Irfan.
सर एक शिवानी सिंह. जुल्फ़िकार साहब देखिए 22 नंबर सीरियल पे निसार हुसैन हैं और एक इरफान है तीसरे नंबर पे सीरियल नंबर पे. हाँ, इनका सर्टिफिकेट निकाल. थैंक यू वेरी मच. आइए फॉरवर्ड टू यू. Thank you, sir. I hope everybody got their certificate now. Okay. So because shortage of time and our DSW has engaged another meeting right now. So that's because we thanks to all once again for this valedictory session, and now ready for lunch and go to take lunch, sir.